just wanna be sedated all night long. I met a girl and she needs to be I'm just a mess, so I guess that is complicated. She's like I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane. When she comes around, she comes around, she comes around. She burns her words into my skin, kills me slowly. She holds me in her arms, her hands, the same. I met a girl and she needs to be.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go here on Monday night. Velus Jones now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10. They're on the 32-yard line.
Here's first and 10. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They're going to go right back to Kamara. Whoa! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's Kamara. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is third and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he is going to have the Saints first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on third and inches.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's a give now to Kamara. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Cooks going in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Olave is the motion man. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. His 12th touchdown of the year.
Makes the score Saints 7, Packers
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Demario Davis there on the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7:25 at the Saints' 28-yard line.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's to the right side and incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A 4-yard gain.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this.
Ready.
Now here's 2nd and goal.
Go.
One more time, it's Jacobs. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no run back here. It's a touchback, but with the new rule in effect, with the ball bouncing in the landing zone, they'll start this drive at their own 20. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing now on third and long. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Street. 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Love. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
18 Rattler.
To throw is Love. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, a waffle throw there. Back across the field, but it's still a completion.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding that that time in the pocket was quickly coming to an end. Those defensive guys were all over him, but by buying time, flushing to his right, nice job by his receiver uncovering, leads to a nice pickup.
Let's go now. Set go.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's deep for Olave. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. It will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Groupie now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Hut, hut.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Okay, ready?
2nd down and 3.
Panther 11, Panther up, Stephanie. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cup 19, Cup 19, 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Let's go. Warrior 70. Ready.
A good play action with Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Come on. Set. 19 Lion.
Love to throw. Right back to Watson. Another grab. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Take go.
Now Love. Going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That return not going to work out at all. He backs up trying to make something happen and is belted down for a loss on the return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Second down and 8. On the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On first down, it's Love. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go. 79 Broncos.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Go.
On first and 10, here's Love. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They need 8 as they come up for third down. The man in motion is Watson.
Panther 11. Check go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down, and the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. The Saints lining up in punt formation as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
At the 50-yard line.
Ready? 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready, ready?
On play action, Love. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Loss on the play. Brings up
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
A 2nd down throw for Love. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
18! Pioneer! Ready, ready? Hurt, hurt!
In motion, Reed.
Warrior 70! Ready?
On 2nd down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Here is 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 19 Lions.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down.
And Mustang 19. Take go.
Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Here we go, here we go. Check smash, check smash. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Every team practices 2-minute offense, end-of-game situation, and the chunk plays are really the drive starters. So now not only do they get the big completion, they bring up a fresh set of downs. Reminder, they still have 2 timeouts. plenty of time to go down and try to win this game.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19. Hut, hut.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That complete to Jacobs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Warrior 70, 19 Lion. Ready, ready.
Throwing is Love. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. So overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 40-yard line.
Okay, ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
60 bucks. Here we go. Set.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Let's go now.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Stay 19.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. This one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Saints will take over possession here at the 44.
So as this game's gone on, Mike, this secondary is just continuing to learn, continuing to remember all the different looks this offense has thrown at them. And now it all pays off. Start of overtime, they see one that they recognize, and they jump it, and now they set up their team with a chance to win it here in overtime.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
On the jump.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
19, try. 19. Get up. 70 ready. 70 ready. 18 run. 18 run. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 79 Bronco. Get up.
He'll drop to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
70 Lion. Go. 3. Go.
On the give, this is Kamara. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get about 5. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Rupe. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is